Hello everybody! My name is RedBlockss and welcome back to another episode of Explorer. Now last time we reached this coordinate on screen right here. However, one coordinate for an episode is not good enough, so this video we're going to be reaching for 3, maybe 4, depends on how big these coordinates are. Now even before we get to coordinates, there's one thing that I want to show you guys, and that's the reason why I actually have shaders turned off. So I'm going to find a cave and I'll catch up back with you guys. Alright, so this is actually the perfect spot to check this out. So, as you can see right here, this is a dark cave, and last episode I mentioned a type of brightness enhancer in our world. And so, if I do a little bit of this, go into where I need to, and snap my fingers in 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, I missed. But anyway, that was really embarrassing. Okay. But anyways, if you load back in, as you can see, it is quite a bit brighter. That's basically because I'm using a type of, I guess type of engine or like outside type of source to make the game just a little bit brighter. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm seeing. It's not necessarily like too over the top bright, but I feel like it's bright enough to the point where, it's not gonna hinder the gameplay too much, because I will still, need to place down torches to prevent mob spawns. But at the very least, you guys can see what's happening, I can see what's happening, and it should be a rather good time. And also, I just like to have also have like the Minecraft aesthetic as well, just to like help out like how this thing's gonna feel, because if you just have it like blasted all the way to 100, it's just not gonna feel Minecrafty. So I actually quite like that, and I don't not like this creeper, as we're gonna block it. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to show you. Now I wanted to get into here because I just wanted to grind for a little bit, because even though we're not necessarily doing a lot of mob fighting or stuff like that, it's still nice to progress through the world, and I would like to get to the end game, because that will also help me to reach these coordinates. So with all that being said, let's do a small little time lapse of me just caving, gathering stuff, and yeah, after that I will catch you guys again. Alrighty guys, so first things first, I'm ending the time lapse right there because we have gotten stacked enough. And actually I was about to do that on the surface because, as you can see, I was actually climbing up, and this is Y level 87, so of course that, means that I was heading up to the surface. And I run into this. Now, before you speculate stuff, it is not necessarily what you might think, because I also had a look, and if I come up myself, I believe, because I also saw these 2 blocks, which I believe are only present in jungle temples. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, but I mean, it's still a cave. It could be what you're thinking, but it also might not be. Okay, let me see. Oh, this is an igloo? What on earth? What type of luck is this? Okay, I thought this was a jungle temple. I mean, at first I thought that this was gonna be like a stronghold. Then I thought a jungle temple, and now apparently it's a so okay. Yeah, this is some sort of luck. So okay, so we have everything to cure this villager right here. However, I mean, that's a whole ordeal that I don't want to really get into. So I guess I'll climb up this ladder and then get into this igloo, and then brief you guys about what we basically saw. After I break this carpet, that has never happened to me. Let me know in the comment section if that's happened to you before, but never to me before. But anyways, just to brief you guys on how the grind session went. If I open up my inventory, as you can see, first things first, I have full iron armor, full iron tools, and all that stuff. And I also got myself some diamonds, which were really nice. So I made, I got 6 diamonds. I turned 3 of them into a pickaxe, and left 3. That alongside getting a bunch of iron for some purposes, because we are gonna be needing a few special blocks today, and I don't want to resort to black wool. So some of these are going to be helping out with that. And yeah, and another I guess cool thing here is that I also picked up a geode, which I also included in the time lapse, and I managed to make this, which is really nice. Anyways, though, all that being said, I guess what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's nighttime, huh? Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is basically just get settled here, and then I'll see you guys over at the random number generator because I believe we are ready to get on with our first quarter. So see you guys over there. Alright, and welcome back to the random number generator. So I guess we are gonna get into our first quarter of the day. So yeah, last time, as I mentioned, I actually kind of messed up because I didn't account for the negative values in the x and z coordinates. So this time the simple fix for that is the minimum is going to be negative 10,000, so 10, 1, 2, 3, and the maximum is going to be positive 10, 1, 2, 3,000. So yeah, here we go. This might be an array of numbers. So I guess yeah, let's see how far we go. So our number is going to be 199. Considering that we are about 7,000 blocks out, this isn't really all that good. If it was like in the thousands, that might have been a little bit better for me right now, but I guess it is what it is. Moving on to the y coordinate, we're going to have the minimum at 1, the maximum at 375, and this time I will actually remember to remove 55 from the total because, we're starting at negative 55 and all that. So generate the y coordinate is going to be 315. Okay, so that basically means it's what? I'm not grabbing a calculator. This is, I believe, 260. So we're gonna need to go 260 blocks up. Okay. Alright, that's going to be quite a tall task, pun intended. And the z coordinate again, so we're going to do 10, 1, 2, 3. And the max again, 10, 1, 2, 3. And let's see what our z axis is going to be. 4,822. Okay, that's a little bit better because we're actually around that coordinate right now in our world, so it's going to be a little bit easier to reach that one. So yeah, I guess overall not too bad. So I'm gonna jump into Minecraft, load up the shaders because the time lapse wouldn't look anywhere near as good without shaders. So yeah, see you guys in the time lapse, I suppose. Alright, and welcome to the time-lapse. Now, first thing that I want to mention is that me calling this coordinate a little bit hard to get to is absolutely ridiculous, considering what happens towards the end of the video, so make sure you watch until then. But anyways, that's more towards the end of the video. Let's actually talk about this time-lapse. And first thing that I want to mention is that even though you probably can notice it in the time-lapse, I actually heavily rely on rotten flesh in this one, which I guess, yeah, that's completely on me because I forgot to farm up enough food, I guess enough legitimate food to go on this journey, with actual food and not rotten flesh, and having to rely on rotten flesh is absolutely awful. So lesson learned. Another thing that I want to mention is that if you pay a little bit of attention, you'll notice that my journeys are mostly through icy biomes, so I actually run into powder snow quite a bit, and powder snow is the bane of my existence. They're really annoying. And I guess the final thing that basically happens throughout this time lapse is that we actually run into a couple of ruined portals, which actually offers us a little bit of obsidian, which will be helpful towards the later half of the episode. But enough of that. This is still episode 2 of the series. I actually wanted to get a little bit of info from you guys as to how I should be doing this series. I'm still figuring things out, the music, the editing, and all of that. So if you have any type of opinion, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. But all that being said, let's go back to current time me. Alright, about nearly 50 minutes. We are up in the basically the heavens. I didn't really even understand how tall 265 blocks was. I mean, literally, like in the earlier versions, this was unreachable. You could only go up to 256. But all that being said, the special block we are going to be placing down on this location is going to be a block of raw iron. I think, being one of the newer blocks, I think this is just going to be looking a lot more cool. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, bang. And if you take a look at, again, the coordinates on the top left-hand side of the screen, 199, 265, 4,822, exactly the same coordinates that we saw before. Now, if I can somehow get down, I will catch up with you guys, and we're going to go to coordinate number 2. So, see you guys over at the random number generator. Alright, so that one was, I would say, relatively challenging. It took me, I would guess like about 5,000 blocks or so. No, actually, it was probably like, 5 to 6,000 and so like that. So, it took like about, a good hour or so, but wasn't all that bad compared to, the episode 1 one. Anyways, though, let's get into number 2. So you already know the drill by now. And so yeah, hopefully we don't need to go as far as we have needed to go for the last two. But I mean, my luck and all that. So here we go. The X coordinate for our second coordinate of the day. It is going to be okay. All right, negative 7,980. For reference, I'm at positive 100. Well, basically positive 200. I'm gonna need to now go over 8,000 blocks after traveling 5,000. Okay, this is the series that I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, yep. I agree. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, moving on to the Y coordinate again. Bada bing, bada boom. Why? Okay, so generate our Y value for this one. 260, which now I actually do have my calculator because the last time I actually messed up on that. I said 260 like on my calculation, but actually it was 265. So 260, I believe it. I mean, I don't really even need to do this. It's 205, but just doing it just in case. And the Z coordinate again, so 10, 1, 2, 3, and the maximum being 10, 1, 2, 3. Generate negative 8,396. Now that one isn't, well actually that one's really worse. That is very bad. Again, for reference, I'm at positive 4,000, I believe 820 or something like that. I'm gonna need to travel 12,000 blocks in the Z coordinate. As I said, I actually already forgot. I believe 8,000, yeah, 8,000 blocks in the X, 12,000 in the Z, and go up like 205 blocks. Okay, yeah, this is going to be, I declare this the hardest one yet. Let's get into the game and roll time lapse number 2. I'm gonna make this one real quick, so get ready for some delusion. Okay. Okay, time lapse number 2, commence. It was bound to happen. And now, I won't kill you. I will tell you this. This one was honestly by far the most, well, I guess the most hardest one to do when it comes to like just sitting down and just, clicking buttons, because I believe, I've lost all, sense of perception of time. So, I wouldn't be able to pinpoint the exact time, but I believe it's been like about 2 hours since I've been doing this, which, by the way, just to let you know, traveling by foot nearly 12 to 13,000 blocks in Minecraft only takes you 2 hours, which is quite surprising. But anyways, with all that being said, if you, I guess no, not right now. So what I decided to do for the special block was, since we did iron over, over yonder, it's like, it's like thousands of blocks somewhere around here. So yeah, we did the iron raw block, or whatever it's called, for the last one. I decided since I had some raw copper, might as well just do the raw copper version of it. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom. So again, move the coordinates up top, just like so. And if you can see position, negative 7980, 205 on the Y, and on the Z it's negative 8396. Again, you can go back to where we did the draw for the random number generator. Check these numbers out, they are the exact same. So, for the last quarter of the video, because yes, we are only going to be doing 3, have you seen these numbers? Yeah, let's pop over to the random number generator, and I guess I'll see you guys over there. Alright, and welcome back to the random number generator for our last coordinate of the video, because yes, after basically traveling for over 20,000 blocks, I am tired and I would like to get some rest. So for the last one, we are going to be, I guess, yes, let's start generating. So here we go, minimum, as we said, minimum of 10,000, and maximum is also going to be of 10,000. And yeah, I'm personally hoping for one that's in the negative coordinate, I guess quadrant. That's the word. Because I don't really want to travel all that much in like complete honesty, because I think I have traveled enough in this world. Okay. But anyways, all that being said, let's generate our first coordinate. It is going to be at 8591. Oh my god. Just to put that into perspective, we are currently at negative 8,000. We are gonna need to go to positive 8,000. That is 16,000 blocks. I'm just done. Anyways, moving on to the y coordinate, the minimum 1, the maximum being 375. Now another thing about this is that all the blocks that we've gotten so far, all of them have been super far above in the sky. I would personally like one, at least at the very least, like close to the ground. It doesn't even need to be, on the ground, let alone be underground, but at least to a point where we can actually see it in a render distance, so that would be nice. So here we go, the y coordinate for our last one, 249. Of course, that's not going to be the case, so 249 minus 55. Again, I'm doing all of these in a calculator right now because apparently I can't even do basic math, but of course that is going to be 194. And for our last one, of course, it is going to be our z coordinate. So again, minimum 10,000 and maximum of 10,000. Apparently I can't really do, both talking and typing, because every time I need to type in 10,000, I have to go, silent. It's weird. But anyways, here we go. For our z coordinate, for our final coordinate of this video, it's going to be 898. It's not outrageous. It's really bad, but it's not outrageous. Again, to put that one into perspective, we're currently 8,000 blocks out in the negative coordinates. We would have to travel, again, all of those 8,300 blocks, while also traveling another 1,000 blocks, because this is in the positive coordinate quadrant again. But anyways, though, all that being said, brace yourselves, because this is going to be our final time-lapse of the video. Let it commence. Alright, and welcome to the final time-lapse. Now, I just want to say that I can't even properly express how painful this one was, because I had to travel more than 20,000 blocks, and I don't even want to go into the math of it. That was a straight up painful, and by far the most painful one that we have ever done, and I did this in one sitting. So I feel like the voice that you're going to be hearing, after this time-lapse, in real time, that should give you guys a good indicator as to how painful this was. Anyways, though, those are just outside factors. Let's actually take a look at what happened during this entire event. Now, first thing, before we even get into that, is that I actually recorded the first 30 minutes and did a massive cut in between, because first of all, if I recorded the whole thing, which I'm not going to say how long it took me to get there, but if I recorded the whole thing, I don't think I would have had enough, memory space on my computer to actually, store all of that. So I feel like I made the right decision with not doing that. And I mean, by this you can actually see how I began, how I ended. I feel like that's a good overview of all of that. Now let's actually get into the time lapse, and not necessarily a lot. I mean, if you're traveling, like, let's say over 20,000. Listen, I'll be honest. Looking at the probabilities, this was honestly bound to happen, but it honestly just feels weird. Okay, why can I not get a place to stand on? Like, okay, I know, again, I'm traveling over 20,000 blocks. This does not feel right. Anyways, though, yeah, that was just too odd for me to not come back to. The blocks, not a lot of stuff actually stands out, but the main thing I would say is that I got actually built up with a, well, bailed out with a bunch of hay bale blocks, pun intended, obviously. But no, I actually ran into a lot of villages in my way, and I actually collected a lot of hay bales. So those have definitely helped out with the food, and probably will be helping out going into the future, and so on and so forth. And the most notable thing about this time lapse would be the fact that we actually got a god apple in a ruined portal. I mean, I'm gonna leave the clip like absolutely unedited. I'm not even gonna speed it up or anything like that. You can take a look at for yourself. And yeah, that was honestly really insane. But anyways, though, that pretty much covers the entire time lapse. I just wanted to inform you guys one thing. First of all, thank you for watching this far into the video. But if you have, I'm really and I know I have said this before as a channel, but I'm actually serious when I say that we might actually start streaming starting this Friday. Now, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, or even if you don't have a Twitter account, it will be linked in my description, and it is always in my about page on my channel. So follow me on Twitter, and whenever I go live, I will 100% tweet on there, and you can actually catch it. So yeah, make sure you stay subscribed, because of course we're going to be streaming on here, and you wouldn't want to miss the first ever live stream on this channel. Now though, I will let my in real life time self wrap things up. So see you guys in there. Okay guys, so after exactly 1 hour and 42 minutes, because yes, I did keep track, we are finally here. Again, we'll do the usual. On the top left side of the screen, you can see 8,591, 898, and we are at 193. Now this journey, again, as I say, anything under 2 hours may sound good. However, if you're like doing all this by yourself, just sitting down pressing buttons, because you do need to put a lot of focus into it, unless you're just gonna die, So yeah, it's been quite a painful, nearly 2 hours. However, to recuperate, I believe that's the word, we're going to be placing down an obsidian block on top. However, oh, also by the way, I think I would mention this in the time lapse, but just in case if I didn't, we also got ourselves a god apple in one of the ruined nether portals. So yeah, that was quite nice. And when it comes to obsidian, you can't really do a lot with 7 obsidian, so I think might as well place one up top here to represent how this journey has been. So in 3, 2, 1, there we go. And with that, that covers the 3 quarters that I wanted to finish in this video. And that, guys, is going to do it for this episode of Explorer. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to like button. And if you guys want to stick around for more of this series and more of me in general, make sure to subscribe button and turn on notifications. But with all that being said, guys, before we outro, because yes, I was about to do that. However, we're gonna be doing our regular checkup to see, cheats and all that. So again, that is the world seed, and going up to here, click that. Again, have not cheated yet. I am risk free. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.